Welcome back. Now, everything has a name, from humans to dogs to even hurricanes. That's because names are important. That may be even more true when it comes to cities and towns.
Yeah, what a community is named actually tells a lot about its past and how it came to be. And as we know, South Texas has no shortage of history to pass along. That's why meteorologist Justin Horn became fascinated with the topic. And over the years, he's traveled miles upon miles on back roads to discover, how did that town get its name? In this episode of KSAT Explains, Justin looks back at the towns he's visited and answers the question, what's in a name?
Asking if South Texas is interesting is like asking if the cedar tree is allergy-inducing. Of course it is. And so interesting, in fact, that they've made movies about it.
Hollywood thought it was perfect too, filming the movie 7 Days in Utopia here, starring Robert Duvall.
And borrowed intersecting streets for hit songs. This town is home to the corner of First and Amistad. It doesn't look like much, but it's the only intersection in the country with that name. And if it sounds familiar, there's a good reason for that.
Yes, it's the intersection made famous in the 2009 song, You Found Me by The Fray.
That was in Quemado, where the origins of the town, which translates to burned or scorched, isn't quite certain. But there are multiple theories.
It was because the Spaniards thought it was a remains of an old volcano.
And it wasn't the first time we ran into some name origin tales that caught us off guard.
And they came up with the name Wolfart.
Yes, Wolfart. It's a German name that received more than a few laughs.
There was a bird that kept flying around that kept saying something like, kee, kee, kee.
Rumor is, from all the locals, that it did get its name from a card game called Coon Can.
Not Dehanus.
A common mistake, but wrong.
And remember, there's no anus in Dehanus.
I never messed that one up again, out of respect for the fine folks of Dehanus, which, if you were curious, was founded by the famed Henry Castro and originally named Dihani. As we often do, we put our Texas spin on it. But it turns out it wasn't the only town in the area that's been mispronounced.
The ones that we usually hear are Jordanton.
Or as it was today with an out-of-town caller.
Jordantown.
Which is wrong.
Which is totally wrong.
What do you think about green?
Green? I think it's very green and beautiful.
And they just went, oh, Miko.
And for the record,
no, it is not Miko.
It's Von Army. It's pronounced with an A.
Born, Bernays.
Bjorn, Burn.
They always say born.
We tell people weekend at Bernie's or Bernie. That's how you pronounce it.
I think we can all agree that the odd vowel structure of the German language can be a bit challenging. But as it turns out, the German settlers to the area were also good at understanding irony.
They called it Camp Comfort, thinking it was going to get easier and better, and it didn't. And so they named it, they dropped the word camp, and they went to comfort because there wasn't any.
Ironic indeed. And while we're on the topic of literary devices, it turns out that back in the 1800s, spelling was a bit of an issue for some of our local county and state officials.
Back in the old days, not everybody could read or write or spell.
Leaving us with what we see today.
It wound up being Dimmitt, D-I-M-M-I-T. They dropped the second T.
But when the paperwork came back, it officially declared the town as Divot. So Pivot had to pivot and stick with Divot.
Post office dropped the E and added an A.
Yes, Natalia should have been Natalie.
Natalie was the daughter of famed engineer Dr. Frederick Pearson, who was the designer and financer of Medina Dam. In a tragic twist, he died along with his wife in the sinking of the Lusitania, an event that propelled the United States into World War I. And if you thought the connection to presidents and world events ended there, you'd be wrong. In fact, many area communities have had some direct ties to presidents. Some pretty recognizable names have lived in Cotulla through the years, including a U.S. president who was a teacher here at the Wellhausen Elementary School, which is now the LaSalle County Appraisal District.
That president was Lyndon B. Johnson. One of the early landowners in this area was Charles Taft, the 27th President William Howard Taft's half-brother. He would build the famous Taft Summer House, and as the legend goes, complete with oversized bathtubs for his portly brother.
A house that was later moved and used by former Texas Governor Dolph Briscoe. Another big name, one of many we discovered along our journeys. And Poteet has another claim to fame. It is the birthplace of George Strait. He was born here at this hospital, which has long since shut down.
Jeff Bezos' grandparents also owned a ranch near Cotulla. Meet Count Norbert von Army, an Austro-Hungarian nobleman who came into money and grew tired of Europe. And Freetown's jail, too, still stands. The second floor cells holding some famous outlaws.
My understanding is Jesse James and Frank James spent the night there.
It's a former military installment with a rich history. Charles Lindbergh even landed here. For its size, Uvalde boasts an impressive list of hometown celebrities. Of course, you have Matthew McConaughey.
Legend had it was actually John Wilkes Booth had survived and was able to escape after assassinating President Lincoln and settled here in Bandera.
We can't confirm that, but if you dove to the bottom of Canyon Lake, you'd probably find evidence of Hancock and Cranes Mill, both towns that have disappeared from the map. That was also the fate of Pauley, a town named after famed Tejano Jose Policarpio Rodriguez.
And you compare him to the guy from Tennessee who killed 10 bears. Well, he killed almost that many on this first trip to the valley here.
And over the years, the stories kept coming.
St. Hedwig is the patron saint of Silesia. It's hard to imagine that in the early 1900s, this small town was known as the Saratoga of the South, a nod to Saratoga, New York, because of all things, the spa industry. No, there's no mythical monster amongst the trees. Rather, the town's namesake is this colorful character, William Bigfoot Wallace.
Panna Maria, after the Virgin Mary. Panna Maria in Polish means young girl.
And so he said, Montana is just not the name for this place. I'm going to name it after Sir Thomas More's Utopia, the perfect place to be.
A perfect name. And ask any resident from any of these towns, and they'll tell you they live in the perfect place with a name that generates plenty of pride and provides for some interesting history. For KSAT Explains, I'm Justin Horn.
I love Justin's town name stories. He's been doing them for years, so thanks for that. To watch any of our past KSAT Explains episodes online, just scan this QR code on your screen right now. You can also go to KSAT.com.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. Props to the whole KSAT Explains team for putting that together. All right, let's go back outside with live cam here tonight. 72 degrees here in San Antonio and a little bit muggier out there as well. Almanac data for today started off at about 52 degrees here in San Antonio. That's actually a little bit below average by a few degrees for this time of year, but those daytime highs able to climb into the above average category, mid-80s here in San Antonio, upper 80s the farther west as well as south that you went, even a few 90s. Del Rio, Carrizo Springs stretching back over to Cotulla. Now into our Monday, still a warm day. We'll see those thermometers climb into the low 80s tomorrow, but then that temperature roller coaster continues. The first of two cold fronts moves in tomorrow night and early Tuesday. That helps those temperatures cool down to the 70-degree mark by the middle of the week before we warm things right back up. Another full look at the week ahead, those gusty wind conditions and isolated rain chances coming up in just a few.
The city where a chocolate factory exploded, now under a state of emergency as the death toll rises. We have the latest on survivors and the ongoing search for more people. The death toll at a chocolate factory explosion is now up to 7 in West Reading, Pennsylvania. Officials there say crews will continue their search through the weekend. Neighbors also doing what they can to help the first responders and the families who lost everything.
We know a lot of people's time stopped on Friday, and we're looking to get people answers right now. The families are focused, but an investigation will be done and will be thoroughly done, and we will try to find answers to why this happened.
Overnight on Friday, one survivor was pulled from the rubble after being trapped for nearly 8 hours. 10 people were taken to the hospital and 6 have since been discharged. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, yesterday, Courtney, you said we deserved the beautiful weather that we got. But we also deserve some, and desperately need, some rain chances.
Yes, that is true. And while it's not going to be for everybody each and every day this week, at least we do have those isolated chances for rain and a couple of thunderstorms in the forecast. So yes, tomorrow morning, stepping out for the morning drive, just take the umbrella with you, put it in the car, and just keep it there for the rest of the week should you need to use it. Before we can get there, though, didn't really find any rain out there today, but what we did find, a beautiful sunset. Take a look at this photo that was sent in via KSAT Connect. This you can see there on the caption, beautiful sunset overlooking I-10 and 1604. This has got to be on the northwest side because I'm pretty sure right about there, that's Fiesta, Texas. The scream from Fiesta, Texas. Absolutely beautiful view. Thank you so much for sending in that photo. Those high clouds able to make for, yes, a really nice sunset with all of those colors. Temperature-wise, again, today we were able to top off in the 80s, even a few low 90s across our western and southern counties. Right now, we're in the 70s for most. Still Cotulla, though, holding on to 80 degrees, 83 in Laredo, 72 right now here in San Antonio, just a degree warmer over in Pleasanton, at 66 in Uvalde, stretching back over to Rock Springs in Edwards County. That's also where you'll still find some drier air. Dew points relatively on the lower side across our far northwestern counties, but here in San Antonio, really I-35 pointing farther off to the east. That's where all of that moisture has made its grand return. Still with us in some way, shape, or form as we head into our Monday. Then notice we get another break in the humidity by Tuesday and into Wednesday after that first cold front moves in tomorrow night, and then more moisture looks to surge back in by the back half of the week. Because that humidity is in place, especially across our southeastern counties, by wake up time tomorrow morning, stepping out for the morning commute, wouldn't hurt to plan on giving yourself a little bit of extra time. We could see some patchy fog development, reducing visibility just a little bit. This is by about 7 a.m. You can see that gray color, especially across the southern half of the area. I think the coastal plains will have the best chance of finding some of that patchy fog, but then by about 9 to 10 a.m. for most of us, we are starting to see that break up just a little bit. I do think more cloud cover is in store for your Monday, though. Mostly cloudy into the afternoon. We'll start off near about 60 here in San Antonio, a few sprinkles throughout the first half of the day, in the low 70s by lunchtime, and then daytime highs climb into the low 80s. Now by tomorrow evening especially, and into the overnight hours, we'll bump up those rain chances ever so slightly. Some isolated showers to a stray thunderstorm certainly possible into Tuesday morning as well, as we see that front move in. That is all associated with this area of low pressure well off to our northwest here this Sunday night. What that's going to do here over the next 24 to 48 hours is just keep tracking eastward. And as it does so, it will then push that front into south central Texas. You can see what that is going to do to our temperatures, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday. Cooler than average, topping off near about 70 degrees. Then we start to see more of that moisture work its way back in. Thursday into Friday, highs then topping off in the low 80s, and then we'll monitor for that second cold front to move in just ahead of next weekend. As of right now, it's looking like the second half of the day on Friday. Now, in terms of rainfall totals, most of what we find out there over the next several days generally going to be on the lighter side, but still we could find a few thunderstorms out there that could put down some additional better rainfall totals here over the next few days. Generally, we're looking at 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/2 of an inch in area rain gauges. If you are able to find a thunderstorm, maybe some localized higher totals, not completely off the table. We'll definitely take any drop of rain that we can get. Latest drought monitor shows the vast majority of south central Texas in some category and classification of drought, with the worst drought, 4 out of 4, still felt across northern Bexar County, stretching over to Bandera, Kerrville, even up into Kendall County, parts of Comal County. So we'll definitely see what we can find here over the next several days. Along with that, remember, still pretty windy out there on Tuesday, gusts upwards of 35 miles per hour, and then we'll see those winds kick up yet again as we head into Thursday and Friday, guys.
Lots going on. Have your KSAT app ready.
Exactly.
Thanks, Mia. All right, Keanu Reeves back at the top of the box office. Find out how much John Wick 4 made over a superhero movie and a boxing threequel.
I don't know where we are. Adam Driver and 65 made $3.3 million for a 5th place finish. Creed 3 slipped to number 4. $8.37 million sent the boxing pick past $140 million domestic. $8.4 million put Scream 6 in 3rd place.
I don't deserve these powers.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods is not looking super strong. It fell 68% in its sophomore weekend, dropping to 2nd place with just $9.7 million. John Wick Chapter 4 opened with a bang, $73.5 million, by far the best debut of any film in the franchise. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
All right, I want to know how many people don't have a bracket that's been crumpled up and just thrown into the trash can.
Yeah, I don't know many.
All right, it's been a maddest of marches. It's the first time since seeding began in 1979 that no team seeded better than number 4 made the Final Four in the men's college basketball tournament.
Plus, the San Antonio Brahmas faced the Arlington Renegades. That same team beat them last week. We'll see what's going on with Larry Ramirez.
Yeah, so Arlington won last week 12-10 here in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. So the Brahmas went up to Arlington and returned the favor. Due to injuries, the Brahmas are hurting at quarterback and running back, but they found a way to win today without an offensive touchdown. Coming up tonight on Instant Replay. Brahmas head coach Hines Ward was all kinds of excited during the game in Arlington today. He's down to a rookie QB and one the team just signed on Wednesday, so the Brahmas defense led the way.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I've been out here in California since late January, getting ready for April 8th, my hometown fight for another world title.
WBC Super Flyweight champion Jesse Rodriguez is coming back to SA to fight for the vacant WBO Flyweight title. 210 Bam is always happy to box in the Alamo City and says he can't afford a letdown in his hometown. So who do you think will win the Final Four in Houston? That's the IR poll question tonight. You can vote on Twitter. Plus the Astros and Rangers will open the regular season this week. That and much, much more coming up after the Nightbeat.
That shriek of happiness just made my whole night.
Hines Ward, baby.
The Brahmas need some offensive boost. Maybe Hines Ward takes off the headset,
right,
puts the helmet
gets
back
out there.
on.
Yeah.
It looks
That'd be
fast.
great. I know.
Thanks, Larry.
We'll be right back.